Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. Can you justify bringing a child into the world? Well, I think that we have to hearken to my video Shakespeare on Islam in Europe, where Shakespeare says, if you don't leave a copy of yourself, what good were you? So, not only can you justify bringing a child into the world, it's hard to justify the fact that you were alive unless you bring at least 2 children into the world. One for you and one for your spouse. At least. That doesn't even replace human society. So, yes, you can justify bringing... Now, that is simply saying that I assume that human life's of value. If you don't assume human life's of value, we're on totally separate pages. But as an objectivist, if human life is of value, then everybody should at least replace themselves. Because otherwise you're saying all this effort of civilization and so on was put, and I was brought forth, and I lived, and I contribute, but don't provide an increase. And it's not a mortal sin. It's not an ethical duty to reproduce. But I would just go further than saying that it's okay if you reproduce. I would say you should reproduce, and that you're here because other people did it, and that you need to be glad that your parents did that for you. But to say I'm going to have a kid because the kid will be glad that I had it is ridiculous, I realize. But there is not a God. The sky is empty. We are alone. There is no such thing as Gaia or whatever, Earth, motherism. That's all nonsense. We are monkeys. We are apes. We are chimpanzees, except just slightly different. We're alone. So what should we do? We should live. And one of the things that's fun about living is having a family. The older you get, the more you sort of look around and realize, gee, family's good. Family's important. I do feel a pang of sorrow once in a while thinking about Ayn Rand and what a value she is to humanity, but she never had children. You know, it's her choice. She must have at least one afternoon, one time thought, maybe I would like to have had children, but maybe not. I don't know. I think that it's a natural thing. I think that people naturally, I know that men have a very strong natural desire to touch and do other things to certain parts of women. They really, really want it. And women have a natural desire to allow that for some very small number of few men that they really, really like, or something like that. There are these natural desires, and letting them play out cannot be immoral. But it's not a duty. What I think you should do is replace yourself and then some.